Ja, dafür haben wir einen Gewissen. Aber wie gewiss ist der Gewissen? Das weiß
Okay.
ich auch.
Yeah.
Das weiß ich von mich
We
selbst.
all just people, life oh so lethal. Trying to drown my brain in something illegal. I don't play no games if they foul, no free throws. Yo, these hands
Just
gon'
fair
fly
warning.
like a trip to the East Coast.
I don't know if this is going to air or not because I have nothing to talk about except for everything that is irrelevant to everyone else.
Just a fair warning. I don't know what I'm gonna say to him. So yeah.
How's your week been? So I was talking to Gabe, and it sounds like a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff right now.
My week was a little ass.
You're trying to move.
Trying to move. Red Wings got robbed from the playoffs just to get shit on by the Rangers in the first round. I had a stroke on Thursday. Been moving. Here I am.
Let me see your eyes. They look like usual Ethan eyes.
Dead.
So was it that one?
This one.
It was that one? What was it doing? Which way was
You
it
want to
positioned?
see a picture?
I would love to see a picture.
Yeah, dude, I was fucking tripping.
Is that the only way you could tell that something was wrong was by taking a picture of it?
I looked in the mirror.
Whoa, dude. Did you end up going to see a doctor?
Fuck no, I didn't. I went and took a nap.
Feels
Woke up
better.
like an hour later. It was still a little fucked up. So I went back to sleep and I woke up and I was just fine.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Just stressed, man.
You got to get. I wonder. It might be stress, or I wonder if you should get some health insurance.
Listen, individual plans for health insurance are very expensive.
Is it just Arizona?
I don't know.
Is it a national thing?
I think the rate does depend on what state you live in, but I don't know like if Arizona's more expensive than other places. But yeah, when I was like looking for health insurance, it was ridiculous. So
Plus, it's like I pay for the health insurance, but then I also go pay to see the doctor. So I don't know.
talk about your copay.
The copay, MRI scans, blood work. I don't know what I'm paying the health insurance for.
I mean, health insurance is good when you go to the health provider a lot, you know. But if you don't go to the doctor a lot, get your like annual checkups and shit or whatever the fuck, like it's not really worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
because to just take like
well, if you got a stroke, you might need a little something.
But if I don't have health insurance and I go for a stroke, they're probably gonna charge me like $3,000 for that visit. If I go with health insurance, I'm gonna be paying like $300 a month, but like pay like a $30 copay. You know.
Plus your deductible. But this is bullshit.
Well, the copay goes towards your deductible.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I mean, when you got like a $500 deductible,
You're still only paying
$3,000
$30
deductible.
for the visit, though.
It's gonna take you a hot second to.
You're still only paying $30 for the visit compared to $3,000. Welcome to America.
I'm gonna say that urgent care has to do something with their billing because I've been there like 5 times in the last year and I haven't gotten anything.
Dude, they throw that bitch straight to collections, dude. You're not gonna see that until it hits your credit report. You're gonna be like, what's going on?
Wait, what is this? I never got it.
You're gonna have to call that urgent care and get a bill. That's what you gotta do.
So they always take my insurance information after the fact.
I mean, do you pay at all while you're there?
Nope.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Do you always go to the same urgent care?
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking you over, dude. They're like, we're gonna get this guy.
No, he's giving us his insurance. Like
We're gonna send it straight to fucking collections.
We're gonna get his ass in 5 years.
That shit happened to me though. When I lived in Washington, I went to urgent care one time. Didn't see a bill until I hit my credit report. I was like,
Is it a thing that debt can fall off?
after
just
like
wait.
I think it's like after 7
You
years.
just have to wait. And then
Yeah.
all right. I guess that's fine.
Yeah, but it fucks up your credit though.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not something
You can rebuild.
you can always rebuild.
Yeah, just have a game plan.
This is America.
So I'm gonna be an absolute low life for 5 years until this debt falls off, and then I'm gonna get my shit together.
Well, I mean, truthfully speaking, if you like already own a house, own a car, have a good job, the fuck you need good credit for, you know? Like, you already got the things that you need your credit for, you know?
Yeah, but most people don't have all that with bad credit. You probably don't have a car. You probably don't have a house. So I would see it. You can like,
I think, I think there's ways to get around it with bad credit, you know? Just ask my dad.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank?
Yeah, just go and pitch something and see if Mark Cuban is down.
Mark Cuban's the one that like bites all of it though. He's like, yeah, I'll fucking put like $1 million into this stupid thing that's already been done 1,000 times, but let's make it better somehow with this $1 million.
It's been a minute since I've seen that show.
I only ever
Remember the
see
Scrub Daddy?
like the little like
Yeah,
dish,
it's like a smiley face
yeah, little
sponge.
dish sponge. Yeah, was that on Shark Tank?
I think so.
Tell me if you have this experience. I've only ever really watched Shark Tank like in hotel rooms.
I used to be religious with that. Same with Storage Wars. Do you remember that show?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was like anytime I would be traveling like with family and stuff, it would be the very first fucking show that just pops up when you click on that like hotel TV remote, you know?
Mhm.
And
Oh, Shark Tank's on.
yeah,
I'll
it's
watch
always
it.
on. It's like the hotel special, dude. It's just programmed for you to go in there and just be absorbed by Shark Tank. I have watched it outside of hotel rooms. I'm not saying I haven't, but like it's just like, I just associate Shark Tank with fucking hotel rooms now.
Yeah. That
watching,
and like adult channels that you try and sneak. Your parents are out, like they're having a nice little date night, and you're on vacation to see
they
the
just
San
leave
Diego
you in the
Zoo. And you're there with your siblings, and you're like, well,
they leave you in the hotel room by yourself as a child.
When you're the oldest of the bunch,
We're the same fucking age, dude.
but you're not the oldest of the bunch.
Yeah, but like
So you're the babysitter. You're like 13. You're starting to figure out life. You're like, oh, cool. This hotel TV guide has Girls
porn.
Next Door available for $5, and my mom left her purse. But you're like, wait.
Don't you have to like call the like hotel like front desk?
No, I think it shows up later. Actually, on the bill. I think it's by the time you check out. But
Your
I
parents.
never did it.
Uh,
I never did it. But it's just always a thought.
I never even had that thought actually. I was an innocent little
Really?
boy. Yeah, I was like, I'll watch this fucking Shark Tank the entire time.
You weren't like surfing to see if like maybe some Naruto was on, and you're like,
Well,
wait,
yeah, but I
Playboy has a
out.
channel.
I was out here searching for fucking porn on the hotel TV that my entire family is going to
Were you
be
13?
exposed to. Probably.
Well, I guess we're just a little different.
I heard Mormons grow up really just wanting that sexual tension.
Because they tell you not to.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, I want
It's
it.
like, yeah. Well, if you say no, then maybe I need to check it out.
Yeah,
And then you just like, damn, I should have listened to you.
I grew up very I didn't watch porn until I was probably like 16.
Really?
Dead ass. Like I like jerked off and stuff before that, but like it was like just to the thought of
Yeah, just the
just
nice
the
idea.
sensation, like
You wouldn't picture.
no, because I didn't know.
You didn't see no like Victoria's Secret commercials. You didn't have a VHS
Don't get me-
recording of 24, and the commercials have a nice little Victoria's spot. And you're like, oh, I know exactly where to fast forward to here.
Well,
No.
I I was always, like really hypersexual in the manner of I just kept it to myself. I wasn't over here like talking to my brother like
We gotta go find the fucking porn channel on fucking this hotel TV and
fucking I don't know.
He probably spotted it. He's
He-
probably like, oh, it's right there.
What
They don't know.
my brother.
Mom's purse is right
I'm
there.
not gonna name blast him on the internet, but
You don't have a brother.
I don't. Well, he had this laptop that me and him like simultaneously shared,
Mm.
and it kept getting viruses,
Mm.
and I was like, "The fuck is going on?" Like literally, probably like a year ago, he was like, "Yeah, I just got viruses from all the porn I used to watch on that laptop." I was like,
You figured it out later.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucked up, man. What the hell is this man doing? Watching porn on a co-owned laptop?"
Can't blame him.
Like
Can't blame him.
I
I've been
blame
there.
him.
I've been there.
I want to play Habbo Hotel on that fucking thing, dude.
I mean, like Line Rider's fun. You
The
can
hell
do
is
those
that?
simultaneously.
What'd you just say?
It's like it's this dude, right? He's a penguin and he's got a sled, and you
Uh-huh.
just like draw a line from A to B, and you press play, and then he rides the line.
Oh,
But then you can keep building the line. And you can do like loop de
I
loops and
played that.
jumps.
Yeah, I didn't know the name of it though, to be honest. It
Line
was like
Rider.
some like fucking what was that? What was that one like that one website that had all those games back in the day?
Block swords.
Fuck
Wait, that
no.
might have been a game itself. Cool
God.
Math Games.
Cool Math Games was one, but that was like the one that like the
The
school
gave you.
computers let
Yeah.
you go on. God, I can't fucking think of the name. It's gonna bother me.
Well, I would go on like DisneyChannel.com and Nickelodeon.com, and I would create my own Amanda Bynes show.
I didn't really do the Disney games, but I did like the Nickelodeon games. I was more of like a Nickelodeon kid,
Mhm.
I liked my Disney Channel, but like I was more like, I was a Nick kid.
Yeah, I was just annexed from Cartoon Network, so I really just had Disney Channel.
That's
and
kind of fucked up.
Nickelodeon.
Not gonna lie.
I mean, I probably would have integrated myself more into society more if I watched Cartoon Network like the average person.
The thing here is though,
A lot of those shows I didn't get either, like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I was just like, I don't really. When's Yu-Gi-Oh on? When's Tom and Jerry on? When's Looney Tunes on?
Wait, so like, what didn't you get about those shows? They were just.
I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't resonate with them. They just didn't draw me in enough, I guess.
Dude, I loved Courage the Cowardly Dog. I loved being like, because it'd always come on at like 10 p.m. for some unknown fuck reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd just be in my room. I'd be like in my fucking twin bed, cuddled the fuck up with my blanket. And I'd just be watching Courage the Cowardly Dog, dude. And I'd just be like kind of like scared, but also like it's not that scary because like it's a kid's show, but like also it is very scary, even like when you watch it today, like. Damn, that's crazy, man. I grew up on Cartoon Network mostly. I was a Nick kid, but like Ed, Edd and Eddy. You never watched Ed, Edd and Eddy, dude?
Well, that was kind of the straw that broke my mom's back.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I feel like
I was watching Ed, Edd and Eddy, and she was like, "All right, no more Cartoon Network here."
I feel like there was just as like inappropriate shows on Nickelodeon then.
Well, you see like SpongeBob's butt cheeks.
Yeah,
Or,
but like especially like Ren and Stimpy, like fucking Rocko's Modern Life, they all had super
I
inappropriate
hardly
jokes and
remember
stuff.
those actually. I remember Cat Dog,
Oh, I don't know if Cat Dog had that.
Angry Beavers.
Ren and Stimpy was a different show though. That seemed like it was meant for like a teenage
Yeah, like an
audience. Yeah, because there was a lot of weird sexual stuff on that show.
What was that Monsters one?
Real Monsters.
Yeah, was there like a porcupine in that show?
I don't fucking remember. I just remember the one guy that
No, I'm
like
thinking of the Beavers.
yeah. I just
Okay.
remember like the one monster that holds his like eyes up with his hands or whatever the fuck. I don't remember that show all too well. I do remember watching it, but like I don't know the characters' names and shit.
It's like choking me.
Dude, we're fucking yapping right now.
Well, so you've had a crazy week?
Yeah. Bring on there. Yeah.
Dude, it feels like right now, for whatever reason, things just don't want to go as planned. And for me personally, this week it's been a balance of staying present and handling shit.
Uh-huh.
And it's like when you're handling shit and things don't go according to plan, it's like, all right, now I have to dedicate much more of my brain to a solution, trying to solve a problem. And Mila's like, can I have a bowl of cereal? Can I have apple juice? Can you play this with me? I'm like, damn it. I wish I could be more present, but it's like the presence is a hard thing when things just aren't going the way you hope they would turn out to be.
Yeah. I feel like for me right now, like it's just that like I procrastinated too much with my move. I was like, all I have is my studio and my room.
Oh no, dude. It's a whole house.
It's a whole house.
Yeah. And whatever's in the garage and in the backyard that you've been waiting.
But yeah, but I fucked around and found out, that it's not just my studio and my room.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything else around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just working and stuff. I'm finally like on the end of my project that I've been working on for the past like 6 months now. And
Shit's stressful, dog.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because life is way more involved than
Like, why can't we just chill, dog?
I know. It was like 18-year-old me recognized how insane life can get, and I was like, let me just pull back and let me get as comfortable as possible. And now like I'm seeing that life is not just about being happy or comfortable. It's about making it work.
It's about doing the most mundane things you can possibly think of on a everyday basis.
Not even just mundane, but like
Not just mundane, but like I would say every day is like
a box of chocolates.
it's like a box of chocolates. It's like 80% mundane and like 20%, 10% fun and like 10% sleep, like.
You still find fun in the day?
Sometimes,
Why do you sound like you just ran like half a mile?
Because I'm fucking yapping, dude.
Oh, it does that.
I have
But go ahead.
asthma, dude.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
But, I find my fun. I can't think of anything fun that I do on a daily basis.
My problem right now is doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling?
For the most part. Like if I'm not trying to figure out stuff with moving into a new place, locking down a car, and working.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not those, then I'm like trying to distract myself or something by just like scrolling.
I've realized that I don't like go on social media all the time anymore.
That's good.
Yeah, there's something that just like clicked in my brain where I just don't like constantly feel the fucking need to like do anything. I like just chill with my dog and fucking cuddle the man and watch a show or some bullshit, and
dude, that would be so nice.
just try it sometime, dude. You have a dog, you have a couch, you have a TV,
I also have a kid that wants me to play with her.
I mean, that makes it even more doable, like you just entertain yourself with her and you're not on your phone all the time.
That's the thing for me that I'm like starting to recognize throughout like this week and this weekend. Plans going not according to plan, but still things unfolding in a positive and upward direction. It's like consumed my mind to the point where I have a hard time just staying present.
You know, I think you should start getting, since the playoffs are happening. I think you should just start like dedicating time to that.
Just focus on playoffs and basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the thing though, because I'm like, when I was like 19 or 20, I think I realized that nothing matters. And that like drew a lot of interest away from the things that I actually am interested in.
But to
So
me,
it's like I can't pick a team because I like LeBron, or I can't pick like
but
can't pick a team to win the Eastern Conference because I don't care all that much.
but to me that makes it more interesting. That makes it more like
Yeah.
digestible, because like you're not like too fixated on one thing. You're like fixated on the whole thing, you know? Like I don't know. I think what did it for me to like stop my fucking brain rot on my phone was like getting back into hockey. Like
Okay.
I just every day, well, like
You like I can recognize that as like something that you've gained an interest in lately, and it's
Mhm.
kind of like full sent your interest,
yeah.
because like you've talked about hockey more now than I've ever heard you talk about.
Well, it's because the Red Wings have sucked the past like 8 years, so I gave up on it,
Okay.
and then now they got good again. So I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll watch hockey again." You know?
So it's a hometown love
Yeah,
that brought you back into it.
yeah,
Because
because
like
like,
with you have a team, you have a reason to
mhm.
be like, no, we're top dog.
Well, the thing is, like in Michigan, like hockey's like a big fucking thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone there loves hockey, and like the Red Wings is like a fucking like diehard thing out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Detroit is actually like the nickname of Detroit is Hockey Town. That's like how
Really?
dedicated they are to
Okay.
hockey.
Do you
So
remember
like,
that while you were growing up?
fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never got to go to a game,
Yeah.
but I remember watching like the 2002 Stanley Cup with my dad. We won that bitch.
Ooh,
I remember in 1997. Don't really remember that too much because I was fucking
4.
3. But but I remember watching it with my dad, not knowing really what the hell's going on. But yeah, I don't. It's just
I
I
think that's
think.
enough to spark like a lifelong love.
Yeah, it's like it. I mean, we've been friends for like 11.
2011, 13, 12 years.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
12, 13 years, whatever. Where was it just going with that? Dear God, my brain just shut down.
For how long I've known you, you living in Michigan before
Yeah.
hockey.
We were so focused on like music and shit. I like stopped even giving a fuck about sports in general.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like in the past few years, like stop focusing on music and stuff. I like started getting back more into sports in general, because like I don't know. I think that's just the way my brain works. I get hyper focused on one thing, and then
Mhm.
that's just where all my fucking dopamine just comes
I wonder
through.
what it's gonna be like once things finally settle down for me and like see what that interest is. I have
Hmm.
a feeling it's probably gonna be like projects, like building stuff
Like around the house and shit.
around the house. I need to put a fence in.
Mm.
I need a
Are you gonna be allowed to put a fence in?
yes,
Yeah.
it'll be 4 feet high.
4 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have a small dog. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be fine. But then like, painting the house,
Mm-hmm.
getting Mila's room set up. I know there's other things around the house that I'll have to do. Can't think of them all right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably what's going to be the next focus for me. But even still, right now, I'm trying to practice just staying present in like the social moments.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to when I'm trying to think about, oh, this guy doesn't have the title today. Oh, this guy's car is an actual piece of shit. Oh, this guy, I asked him about my budget. Now he's kind of flaking on me. I sold my car yesterday. I need something. So
You see, like,
I think the way that I guess my natural distraction is to go to my phone.
yeah.
But I guess a more healthy distraction would be to water the relationships that I have.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't. So I'm gonna be moving next weekend.
Is it Saturday?
Oh, it's
Next
Monday.
Saturday?
Monday of the 29th is when I'm
Okay, so you'll be here
leaving.
next weekend.
Yeah. Think my hyper focus now is just gonna be getting there, and probably when I get there, I'll probably try to like go out and just do all the random shit that like it has to offer, you know.
Mhm.
Then once I buy my place and stuff, that's gonna be my next little hyper focus. And then I already thought about this. By the time I already get my house and stuff, hockey season.
Oh, okay. It's gonna start back up. Okay, that's funny, dude. My brain works the same way because I put forward steps to get the house, but my application hasn't been approved yet. So I'm already
Mhm.
thinking about putting a fence in. You know. So I'm planning for yes when I don't have the yes, and it's like sometimes I feel like let me paint this picture. I told my mom this. Sometimes I feel like back when I was living in Washington, we had a backyard and it didn't have a fence, but it had like a tree line and
Mhm.
like bushes. Sometimes I could like go behind all
So,
that and find a
yeah.
little creek.
Mhm.
I found a frog one time and I
Mhm.
picked it up and I brought it to my mom. And I was like, there's certain moments in life where I feel like I can recognize that I'm the frog inside of someone's hands on the way to see someone's mom. You know what I mean? Where like I can either jump out and take matters into my own hands, or I could just let time let it unfold the way it's supposed to be.
That's a good analogy. Is that the right word? Analogy?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Like that. This is another moment where I feel like I'm in the hands and I just have to like stop trying, you know?
Well, I think it's like what you're saying with like getting ahead of yourself with like the house stuff in a way, I guess, whatever. But I think that's like exciting though. That's because that's
Yeah.
what my brain does. Like,
It's a lot of dopamine going on.
yeah,
It's really exciting.
I haven't even fucking been in contact with any like these houses that I've been looking at, but I'm already
Mhm.
like, this one doesn't have a fence, I'm gonna fucking put a fence there. If
Yeah.
this one doesn't have like a furnished fucking basement, I'm gonna put that bitch in there, you know?
Yeah, and you're like, wait, I still have to live with my parents for like 3 months or so.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? But I think it's like this like weird like storytelling that you do in your own head that like gives you happiness because it's something to look forward to.
Do you think
know?
you had that while we were making music?
Fuck no.
I feel like I didn't either. Because
I-
it just felt intangible in a way.
Yeah.
And now it's like playing around with things that are actually
I
tangible.
think what threw me off with music was just like meeting other people that did music. Everyone was just so
Everyone's got their own self-interest.
yeah. There was never like there probably was, but there it felt like there was like never a time while we were like pursuing music that like felt genuine, you know. Not genuine because like especially like when we were like be doing shows and stuff and like actually making the music, it was genuine. But like anytime that we would try to be like make it or whatever the fuck, you know, like it just didn't feel.
Because I guess the relationships didn't feel genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like any person you would talk to that was like in the industry was just like either too into themselves or like
How can this benefit me?
yeah. I mean, truthfully, like we all probably
Yeah.
were the same fucking
I was thinking
way.
the same way.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it's cool to have the relationship that I have with Cam because I remember that very first show that we threw with
Mhm.
them.
That fucking
There was some
rec center, convention center,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that was.
You and I had like a little thing that night. It's like
Alright.
beforehand because things were kind of falling apart, and you're like, "Well, I'm not DJing then." I was like, "Well, this is your idea in the first place, dude."
I feel like I remember that. It was at your old townhouse
Yes,
or whatever.
yes. I think I went upstairs to cool off. I don't even know. Like that shit
I
doesn't
remember.
matter.
I remember I actually remember what like ignited that is because like I was like doing a bunch of like SoundCloud stuff at the time, and like I started like connecting with people like outside of us, and you didn't
Okay.
like it
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and that's when that all happened and all.
Probably. Yeah, 'cause I think you were the link to hook up like us with them
Uh-huh.
on a show.
Yeah, I
You know?
was outsourcing, dude, like a
Yeah.
motherfucker.
And I don't. Something started to fall apart though.
Yeah.
I was like kind of hesitant at first. Then you guys talked me into it, and I was all down. And then something kind of fell apart. I don't remember what that was, but it ended up happening.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
I have a clip from it still, with
I-
when Isaiah Deshawn was doing Nah.
Yeah, same.
Oh, that was such a good moment.
That was actually like a really big crowd
It was.
for like
Yeah.
a fucking recreation center.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that goes to show like at the same time when with relationships that like they don't always have to be easy to be a good relationship,
mhm.
because that wasn't something that came between us in a detrimental way.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, just can't take shit too seriously, you know?
Guess so. I guess so.
I think we all got too into ourselves at one point.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And then we just like realized that that's dumb. And we're just some people.
Just some people. It's because like we're still somewhat involved in the music scene
hmm
in a way, like that we have certain people that we know and we're somewhat close to that we
It's
always continue to give support to.
yeah. It's always weird now because like I feel like a veteran now.
Like an OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People always ask me like, still making music?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes.
I guess I mean, it's hard when you get bit like that to be able to just stop all the way.
Yeah.
It's just like being exposed to hockey at a young age. It's always going to be a part of you.
hmm
The influence that had on us at that time is something that's probably going to last forever.
Yeah, 100%. I'm never gonna sell my instruments and my fucking beat
Yeah.
making equipment and shit. Like never.
I'll probably always have an audio interface and a microphone in the house. But even still, like with relationships with people that are still making music, I still sense that type of energy where it's like the mindset of the people that are still active and like, okay, what can you do for me? Are you here to actually support me, or are you trying to get something out of me? And as far as like the way I come across to other people, I genuinely, if I let someone know that I enjoy their music, then I really mean it.
hmm
And I think sometimes when that can come across, it's met with a hesitation.
Yeah. I think now it's weird for me because like if someone asked me to make a beat for them now, like I have more confidence in myself now doing it than I did back then
Mm-hmm.
when we were like going just fucking balls to the wall on it. And like now, like if someone asked me to make like a beat for them, say like I don't know them or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, it's gonna be like $300.
Yeah. Solid. I mean, that's fine.
Whereas back then I would
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I'll do it. You
Yeah.
know, like
I mean, it's because you know your technique, you know your craft, you know your sound.
yeah.
And at this point, it's like, I can do this if you want it, then cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not pressed.
Yeah.
I recognize that music's probably not going to be my main source of income. If you want to make it a little sweet for me.
You want to throw me some dollars? I got you, boy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny because like I feel like now whenever I make stuff like it's way better than it
Mhm.
used to be, and like it's funny because like it registers that it's better, but it's also like what was the word that I was just thinking? It's better, but it's still not like I was gonna say good enough, but that sounds bad.
Well, I think that's always kind of a thing with artists.
Yeah.
I think that's how you just a perpetual feeling that you feel about whatever you create.
Yeah. I think there's only been like a handful of times I've made something where I'm like, this is fucking perfect, you know, like give it to someone and then they're like, yeah, this is all right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
And then I make something that I don't like, and they're like, this is not fucking good, blah, blah. And I'm like,
right. Yeah, it just depends. Dude, we keep talking about Rick Rubin. Every episode has been a mention of Rick Rubin so far, but that's where it comes back to him, I feel like.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's
you create what you feel like you want to create, and then the audience will perceive it however they want to. Whether you don't feel good about it, there's probably an audience that will like it.
What was your first exposure to Rick Rubin? I thought about this the other day, and I had the craziest fucking like memory.
You know what? It might have been his. It was late. It was probably like 2015 or 16. I think it was his interview that he did with Kendrick. I think that's where the first time I really got to like understand the type of mind he has. And then ever since then, just kind of been hooked.
I remember I got the Jay-Z Linkin Park Collision Course CD, but also came with the DVD for Christmas in like 2004 or 5. And on the DVD, it like showed them like doing everything in the studio, and Rick Rubin produced that album, I believe. I'm assuming because he was there for the entire fucking DVD. Didn't know that was Rick Rubin, and then
he doesn't even need to be a producer. He just needs to be there.
He's just an advisor, dude. Yeah. Like, and then I remember like when Faces came out, that's when like I got the name came to me because like Mac talked about it, and
Rick Rubin showed me Transcendental Meditation.
Yeah. And that's when I looked up Rick Rubin, and I was like, dude, that's that fucking guy from the DVD.
Yeah. Well, I heard his name for a long time, but I never like got to know him.
I mean, I probably heard his name, but like being like a Mac stan, you know, I was always like interested in what the fuck he was talking about. So when you mentioned him, I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah. Who's Rick Rubin?
Who the fuck is Rick Rubin?
I was so shocked when I found out that he created, or he was at least a director on the RFK commercial. That's so sick. And that came out
just sick.
Because when he was talking about it, he was like, when the audience sees it, I want them to think that this is a mistake and this shouldn't be on.
And it was a mistake, and it should have been on.
And as I was watching the Super Bowl, the commercial came on, and I was like, turned my head. I heard the old school, like...
Yeah, Kennedy.
Yeah. Like
we were watching that together.
Were you at my dad's house?
Yeah.
Oh. Really?
We watched the Super Bowl together. I don't remember it being at your dad's house.
I was at my dad's this year. Was I not? Maybe I wasn't.
I thought it was I think it was at your apartment, dude.
Maybe it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, when that came on, I was like, this doesn't seem right. I looked over, and it was just like so simple, and it wasn't trying to cut anybody down. And I was like, Rick Rubin made that?
Well, did you like see the original Kennedy commercial?
I don't think so.
It was just a straight cut. I'm not trying to...
Oh, was it? It's basically the same thing?
It was the same thing. They just like cut out...
They just add some lo-fi to the audio or something?
Like literally everything was the same. They just put like RFK instead of Bobby Kennedy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not to distinguish Rick Rubin's creativeness, but I was like, when you told me that, I was like, he made that? Like,
okay. Well, I guess, yeah, if it is a straight cut, then no, he didn't create it, but he at least had the idea.
I wonder what the other videos were.
He said it was like, it wasn't the best choice because they made 3. He said it wasn't the best or the worst, so they somehow decided on the middle ground.
Yeah, it's weird that They picked that one. Seemed as though like they didn't get permission for it or anything.
Well, not to get political, but like
Yeah.
the type of person out there that it could possibly resonate with, most importantly, is probably like the boomer generation.
Yeah. It gets a little nostalgia factor in there, you know? Yeah.
I wasn't alive when Kennedy was killed, but
Yeah.
it seems like
The major
the
fucking
way we were raised in the education system, whatever happened after that fact, after Kennedy was assassinated, things just kind of like America got sus.
Yeah.
It was like, okay,
Something's going on here.
yeah, there might be a puppet here.
Something not in our favor.
Yeah. So just to bring it back to that time of like pre psychotic America commercial on the 2024 Super Bowl. Pretty hard.
It was hard. Well, when we were watching it together, I was like, dude, we were both fucking like gushing over that
Yeah.
show. I was like, what?
Oh yeah,
fuck?
because we were together when we were watching the halftime show. I remember
Yeah.
that. Okay, yeah, it was just you and me.
Yeah.
So I went to Barnes and Noble yesterday,
Yeah.
and I picked this book up, and I opened to the first page, and I read it, and I was like, okay, I'm buying it.
What does the first page say? What caught you?
Well, it wasn't the page number 1. It's page 44. I just opened up to a random page. It was in the poetry section. It's called Clarity and Connection, and it's just a bunch of like short form poems. I like these types of books because I don't need to invest too much of my brain into it. This one was cool. It said, this is the one I opened up the book to. As our self-awareness deepens, we begin to understand that much of who we are and how we see the world is formed through the accumulation of past emotional reactions. These moments of intense feeling leave their mark in the subconscious and predispose us to repeating certain behaviors. The rapid movements of the mind are so subtle that we can feel as though we are the makers of our present destiny. In reality, the past is constantly pushing itself into the present, inclining us toward replicating old emotions and thoughts. The instance of our mental past gives us little room to decide for ourselves how we actually want to feel. The past does not take into account how things truly are. The same way patterns accumulate, they can be released. Letting go is possible, but it requires courage, effort, and effective healing technique and consistent practice. The mind is immensely vast. It takes time to unbind old patterns that recreate the past. When we begin to develop self-awareness and a calm mind, the stories and patterns embedded in our subconscious begin to surface for release. Does that resonate with you? Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
It's interesting because I feel like it takes like a certain type of person, I guess, sometimes to like be able to recognize and resonate.
I was gonna say something, but it sounded dumb.
It sounded dumb.
Yeah.
Well, what'd Kanye say? Say it out loud just to see how it feels.
I think that is like just like a lesson of growing the fuck up, you know. And that's something I tend to think about a lot. It's just to not reenact past emotions and, you know, just create different reactions to things, you know. Try to be more rational. I guess that wasn't that dumb. I just overthought it in my head.
Yeah, I think in a certain way it also leans into the presence, the act of being present. Because yeah, you're always in a new situation, you know, and you could choose which way you want to go with it if you sense in yourself like a trigger or a type of reaction that you would have had in the past that brought forth fruit that was unsweet,
Rotten.
then you can choose your fertilizer and
Yeah.
take a bite of that apple and see how you feel.
Agreed.
Oh.
My brain can't go that deep right now.
To
To be
my
honest.
analogies.
My mind's been a blender for a good like month now. So.
I feel that too. It's like it takes a certain like moment to be able to connect with it. And this is part of why I enjoy doing this podcast, is because it gives me a designated time to be present.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You might get a strawberry covered one.
Chocolate covered strawberry.
Yeah, that one.
Wait, no, the cherry.
Could you get a
ones.
strawberry covered chocolate?
Strawberry covered chocolate, maybe. Yeah,
I don't think that works. I'm gonna take that out.
You could get like a
Fill it
like strawberry cream covered chocolate,
Strawberry cream covered. Yeah, like a white chocolate mixed with some strawberry, and you just glaze it over top of the chocolate strawberry.
No, I'm
Wait.
saying like like a strawberry like cream layer over a center of chocolate.
This is where my brain is checking out.
Life is just a game of
Did I tell you about
checkers.
In the hunt for a car? Did I tell you about one of the phone calls I had?
No.
Okay. So there's a dealership in Apache Junction that has a car posted on Facebook Marketplace, and I wanted to get the price information on it.
Yeah.
So I sent them a message, and they hit me back, and they're like, "All right, what's your phone number? We'll give you a call." So they called me, and there's this guy talking to me. He's telling me it's a 2014. It's manual. It's got a sick paint job. It's only 100,000 miles on it. We're selling it for $14,000. I was like, oh, that's kind of outside of my budget right now. And I think he knows that like it's overpriced.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, oh, well, what's your budget like? I was like, yada yada. And he's like, oh, well, if you give us a chance and come on down to our dealership, we'll give you a spanking deal.
Spanking.
And dude, I had the longest pause after he said that, because I was like, this is one of those things. Like, how do I react here? So I was like weighing so many options of like, do I tell him I'm uncomfortable now? Do I laugh? Is he trying to be funny? Is he trying to come on to me? I was like, okay, well, is this your phone number? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, I'll let you know.
They were gonna spank you with that deal, dude.
Like, why would you leave it to my imagination like that? That's just.
They were gonna say it was 1,400. You said 14,000.
Yeah.
14,000. 14,000.
14,000.
They're gonna hit you with 1,350.
I know. Like, no, I'm not driving out there for that.
We guys take 8K.
I bet he's like. I bet he wishes he could redo that. None of that made me like enticed to come and see.
You didn't want to go and get that spanking deal, dude?
No, I don't know what you mean.
How far away was it?
Apache Junction.
Oh, dear God, no. Yeah, I wouldn't go to Apache Junction for a spanking deal,
I know. It's like.
Maybe for like.
I don't know if there's any number that would make me want to go see it, just based off of his communication.
He didn't execute the mission.
He did not understand the assignment.
No. Poor guy. He's probably in training, Either that or he's been in car sales for the past 30 years and he's just...
He sounded young. He probably sounded like our age or something.
He's been in the car sales for the past year and he's trying to find a way out,
Buy our Toyotas.
Was it a TC?
It was.
So, okay.
But the problem was the interior was painted blue.
Painted blue?
Yeah. And they did like the front emblem. They painted that blue and that was all chipping.
I've never heard that before. people
Mhm.
painting their interior.
Well, do you remember my XD?
Yeah.
It's like the I don't know, accent pieces that you paint.
Oh, it wasn't like the
Do you
actual
remember I had
seats
gold?
and shit.
I plastic dipped my interior gold one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was like that. It was like on the door handles and on the center console.
I'm not gonna lie, that looked whack.
Yeah.
That just broke your spirit.
It didn't void my lease though, so I'm okay.
You
Peeled
didn't
it right
you
off.
just peel it? Oh, okay. I was gonna say you just trade that bitch in with it still on.
Well, it was a lease, so I was up at my
Oh.
term, so just had to reset it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I would have been a little
Oh, these
GG's.
motherfuckers. How much time is on this? We got 10 minutes left.
Damn, we've been fucking yapping, dude.
137. All right, reset.
It's
I'm gonna cut
127.
this part out. And then
And then
you're moving, dude.
I am moving to the great state of Michigan. Where
I'm sad.
just gotta move there, dude. Get the fuck out of Arizona. We need to like do a poll of why, like, questioning why people stay in Arizona.
Yeah, I would really like to know.
Cause what is there? What's here? What's here that isn't anywhere else?
You got one Mexican food chain disguised as 7 different Mexican food chains.
The Ricos?
The Birdos. You got Filibertos,
It would be
Humbertos.
the Ricos because there's Federicos.
I guess it's all the same. Federicos.
Yeah. I feel like they're all owned by the same guy.
That's what I'm saying.
100%. And his name's probably Rico.
Or like Albert.
Albert?
Yeah. I bet it's a white guy.
Ooh, that's probably true because, like, it's not that great of Mexican food.
It's Mexican food.
It's Mexican food, but it's not like that great of Mexican food.
Well, they give you a lot.
Yeah, they do.
They'll serve you up.
You low key pay for a lot though. It's kind of
Yeah.
expensive. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. I don't know why people stay, but I know why I have to stay.
Yeah, you got a valid reason.
It'd be so nice. I wish I could go up north though.
Up north was sick. I would probably move to Flagstaff. Flagstaff is cool.
Flagstaff would be cool.
I don't know if I would move to Prescott or like.
I would just like seasons and some trees.
I think we both want seasons until we get the seasons.
Yeah.
Shoveling snow sucks. A lot. When I lived in Washington, not fun.
Yeah.
But it was always nice, like going outside and just seeing all the snow and stuff. It like, gave me a little euphoria there, and-
Yeah.
But like the physical factor of it blows. Not gonna lie. And driving it, it's not fun.
Do you ever put chains on your tires?
No.
No.
It's funny because I lived on the bottom of a hill when I lived there, and whenever it would snow, it would always ice over. Could never make it up that hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd always just call off of work because I was like, hey, yo, I can't make it up the hill today. I'm sorry.
Hill's frozen.
Hill's frozen over. Going around's a little too much for me. I'm going to have to call out Bill. That was my old manager's name.
Sorry, Bill.
Shout out William. Don't know why you named yourself Bill when you could just have been Will. I think I would go Will over fucking Bill. Like,
Yeah, I wonder where that came from.
no idea. It sounds like a. Never mind. I was gonna say it sounded like some World War II ass shit where like they just like changed random things and like yeah these Wills are gonna be Bills now.
Who was the first Bill? That's what I want to know.
Bill Nye.
Nah.
Definitely not, but that'd be a Like, why does he go by Bill?
What if they
What if they what?
what if
What if
they
what
like
if
Mandala affected your name?
what would my name be?
They would just gaslight you up to the point where you're like, my name's Ethan. Everyone's like, no, it's not.
Bitch, I would know my name's Ethan. It's been my name my entire life, you know?
What would my name be if you didn't know my name? You just saw my face.
You low-key look like a Peter.
A Peter?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Oh, this is Peter Parker. No, cool. You look like a Wendell.
Wendell?
If everyone just started calling you Wendell, and you're like, my name's fucking Ethan. Everyone's like, no,
I kind of write it out, you know?
Wendell.
I mean, it's a weird name, but it's like
Even
unique,
your parents,
you
even
know?
your parents are in on it. Would you go insane, or would you just accept it?
I would just not care. Like,
Yeah.
My name's Ethan. I don't care what these stupid people tell me. My name's Ethan.
Okay.
You know?
So you'd hold it down.
Fucking 10 toes, dog.
Okay.
You know?
What if they had to like put you in a psych ward because of that?
I'd be like, you guys are fucking stupid. Look at my birth certificate. It says Ethan.
But what if they like Mandala
Oh.
affected it and it's Wendell?
Then I would accept it.
You go to Shutter Island.
I would just be like, call me Wendy. All right.
That's funny. That was the first name I thought of when I looked at you.
Wendell.
No, Wendy.
Wendy. Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
You look like
And then
a
I
Peter.
thought Warren. And
Warren.
then I was like, no, Wendell.
You gave me two very unique names.
Warren and Wendell.
Yeah, I gave you the most like fucking generic name. Peter.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Do you want to try again?
Yeah, face scanning. That jawline is telling me that your name would be Marcus.
Fuck. Okay.
Marcus is a hard name, though.
Yeah, that was the first and last fight I almost had.
Was with a
It was
Marcus?
with the Marcus on the basketball court. He wanted me to fight.
How long ago was that?
3rd or 4th grade.
Damn.
He pushed me to the ground and then dragged me by my feet. And I said, wee.
You just took it?
I just took it. And then I dunked on him. Probably like a layup or something, but
I probably would have done like some like dirty shit while we were playing like after that.
Really?
Or, like fucking like, you know, like guard him and just like fucking give him a good little elbow.
I don't think I do that. I don't do that with strangers, but I do that with people I know.
I don't know.
Like
I have a
growing up, it was always my friends that would take the butt of it.
I was a pussy growing up, but like I have like a lot of fire in me. Like I
Mhm.
just like have the need, you know, to like do something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because my moon sign's Aries, so I'm just internally a dick,
Yeah.
even though I don't express or act like a dick. But like when I'm mad, I'm kind of
Do you know what that's called?
what
That's your shadow self. Did you know that?
the fuck does that mean?
Your shadow self?
Mm-hmm.
It's your dark side.
Hmm.
Everybody's got one.
What's yours? What's your moon sign?
Oh, I don't know.
You got that co-star on deck, dude. I see you send me shit all the time, man. Yeah, just... How do I know mine? You don't know yours.
I don't know, actually. I think it's Scorpio. I think my sun and moon is Scorpio.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're just all around just a mysterious being of
Yep.
light.
Sun and moon is Scorpio.
It's just a dead end Scorpio there, dude.
Damn. Thoroughbred.
Yeah, I think my mix is weird because like Virgo is very like, just like modest and pure.
Okay.
And Aries is just very like rough around the edges and
Mm-hmm.
dickheady.
I've heard your moon sign is usually the one that shows more.
I think it shows when I'm stressed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I'm like a dick when I'm stressed, but I'm a different person when I'm stressed.
Right.
Like,
Dude, it's so interesting. I was thinking about this week. You are never the same person to multiple people. Everybody has their own
'cause,
interpretation of you and experience of you.
but I think it's valid because like I think it's natural when you meet new people, you like read them and you try to, at least for me, like I'll try to like fit,
Mm-hmm.
like I'll try to make them like me, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's like just that subconscious in yourself that makes you.
That's the cool part about meeting new people is, yeah, you want them to like you,
Mm-hmm.
and you have no reason not to like them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Fresh start shit,
it's a
dude.
very pure moment. But it's like, to everybody, you are everybody.
Go deeper.
If you're not the same person to multiple people,
You're everyone all at once.
you're everyone all at once.
Yeah. You're
Just depending on
who you're with or who you meet.
your moment.
Yeah. Do you do that though? When you meet new people, I do a scene
More
where
so
like,
now, like social events now,
mhm.
I'm more present, and it's fun to get to know people.
Mhm.
People are crazy, and it's amazing. It's a beautiful thing.
I think I do this thing when I meet a new person. Like I like kind of like pinpoint their um stupid trait. Like
You do?
yeah, and like I kind of like play into that,
Yeah.
because and not like stupid, you're fucking stupid, but like they're like goofy.
Because that's probably where you can meet them
Yeah.
mostly.
It's always weird when you meet people in too like serious of a way,
Mhm.
like you don't like get that initial connection.
Yeah.
So when you like figure someone out and find out their little stupid things about them, you
Mhm.
play into that, and that's when you have like that like genuine connection.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's somewhat of a shadow reflection right there.
Yeah, I try to just read people all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes I just come off stupid because trying to match energy.
I had someone tell me one time that whenever they meet a new person, they always size them up to like figure out what their weakness would be if they needed to defend themselves or hurt.
That's some
the other
predator shit, dude. It's like some like fragile. I don't want to sound like a little dweeb, but like fragile masculinity, because not
Well,
really
it's
masculinity, because like I would imagine women do the same thing, but like
at the same time, I think at a certain point you have to build up some type of protection of yourself. So
yeah,
I think that would come from like a mistrusting person, someone who doesn't experience new people well.
I think you can do that by like not overexposing yourself, though. I don't think you necessarily need to like.
It's more like a
size.
mental check.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't feel the need to like.
I don't feel that need either.
So like yeah, I don't full on show my personality to like someone I just freshly meet.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show them the part that I'm playing into.
First impressions are always weird.
Mm-hmm. I usually have really good first impressions, though.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I do too, but a lot of the time
It's a lot of anxiety, but
it feels more so trying to fit
them.
in a way that they like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So sometimes it can feel like you're not being your full authentic self on a first impression.
I think the trick to playing that though is by showing them something that you genuinely are,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something that you're like not all the time.
Yeah.
I try to be funny all the time, but not funny all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just Ethan.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I'm at home talking to my brother or some shit, I'm over here like, I'm over here just like, yeah, what do you want to do for dinner?
It's crazy the way that sometimes relationships can change the more that you're with someone.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we are different people.
I think we're completely opposite in a way,
Yeah.
but we always order the same thing when we go to eat.
I think that's just a matter of our taste. I think personality wise, we're
Hold on,
very.
show 'em.
We just like the same flavors of things, same meals. But I think personality wise, we're very different people.
Yeah.
But like in a yin yang kind of way, you know.
Mhm.
Same with Jordan.
Mhm.
I feel like Jordan's probably the most different one out of us three.
Mhm.
But like we all like intertwine, just like some little fucking
Yeah, it's weird.
little Boy Scout stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Don't know why I did that, but you know, we'll tie.
Yeah, that the Washington trip was fun because we got to interact with 3 new people that
Mm-hmm.
are in Jordan's world but not ours.
Mm-hmm.
And even then that felt cohesive and
Mm-hmm.
everyone got along and it was good vibes.
There's good people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta fucking look for them. I can't see with this eye.
Oh, yeah. You got a stroke
You got a stroke.
because you got a stroke.
No, I'm just blind inside. What are you doing right now?
Who are you talking to?
I have oh my god. I have 2 early memories of you just from high school before I actually knew you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna expose you.
All right. Sounds good.
And they were both while we were on the basketball team.
Okay.
The first one that hurt. I remember we were on like on a road trip game. We're on a road game or whatever. And before the game, remember we'd always like just be like bullshit and then like doing whatever before like it'd be after the game where we'd be bullshitting, waiting for the bus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you were playing your PSP Go, and I wanted one so bad. My parents like didn't want to get me one, so I was like, hey, can I try that? Like, I really want one, so I just want to go and see you, whatever. You're like, fucking, you're like, no, I saw you pick your nose. And didn't fucking let me use it. And in my head, I was like, damn, if he saw that, like other people saw that. I thought I was being discreet as hell. I wasn't, apparently. Your ass called me out for picking my nose.
Was there a crowd? Or
Yeah.
was it just you?
Well, there wasn't a crowd. Like, there wasn't people listening in on our
Yeah.
conversation. But, like, yeah.
Oh,
It was just us.
okay.
Hurt my soul.
Okay.
Another one. I remember it was a away game again, and we were on the bus, and you were like a couple seats like ahead of me, but you were like up on your seat, like talking, like facing behind, like talking to some of the people that were like by me.
Okay.
Or, like, I tried to get on the conversation, and I looked at you and I like said something to you, and like you did this. You're like,
I wasn't sure if you were talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was because of my lazy eye. You know, and I was like looking somewhere else, dog. I was like, fuck. I was like, this kid has no manners.
You haven't told me that one.
Really?
Yeah, I knew about the PSP one, but I didn't know about that one.
I feel like I told you about the other one too.
Oh no.
Damn. Yeah, and I remember when Jordan, because me and Jordan were friends before before we all got together or whatever.
Mhm.
I remember he told me, this guy that goes Shadow that makes music, let's go to his house or whatever. And like I was like, okay. And then it was you. I was like, Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy that called me out for picking my nose. The guy that, like, did acknowledge me because my lazy eye was fucking knocking at the time. This is the guy. And then we just immediately vibed. I was like, oh, he grew up. Okay, cool.
The only thing I knew about you at that time was your Facebook page.
Oh, dear God.
It's the only information I had about you.
I have to delete my memories every day. Because I don't want to, like, make a new Facebook.
I started doing that, and then I was like, well...
There's some crazy ones.
I said some, like, completely inappropriate stuff.
Borderline offensive.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Are you pulling one up?
I'm just going to look at them right now.
Are we going to match?
What's the point of going streaking at night? LMFAO. Who the fuck is going to be outside to make you feel rebellious? Who? That's actually not a bad point.
It's not. Are you asking for an invite to be there?
No, I think someone was streaking in my neighborhood, and I pointed it out.
And you didn't see them?
No. Well, I did, but, like, I felt like being smart about it.
So the truth comes out. They were rebellious, and you saw their dangling, swanging.
Did you not find one?
Well, being a Mormon, I waited until the girl that I was into to be 16 before we made it official. On this date in 2011, I said I waited 147 days for this one. Because today's her birthday, I guess.
Fucking sick.
So,
April 21st,
that's the only good one I got.
2012. I want to be Tumblr famous.
With the P in the eyes?
That moment when you realize you're not really good at anything anymore. Smiley face with an X.
Wait, what year was that?
2012. When we knew
Wow.
each other, actually.
That's some self-hate right there.
Yeah. IRP is due tomorrow. Haven't even started it yet. I don't feel like doing it either.
What was IRP stand for?
I don't remember, but it was
individual reading project. Or
it was some like book shit that we had
Yeah.
to do, and that was my last one.
Come a long way.
Yeah, I would do an IRP now.
On what? What book?
I was gonna say the Diary of Anne Frank, but
Dude, that's great.
okay, yeah, I'll do it on
I'm
the
so
diary.
confused about Helen Keller.
Why? She was blind and deaf. What's there to be?
Who told her? Who told her biography?
She did, motherfucker.
There's no way.
I don't think she was born deaf. So she could talk. Like, she still had, like...
I think she was born blind and deaf. Hold on.
I think she developed deafness.
Was Helen Keller born blind and deaf? She was not born blind. She had a illness called scarlet fever that caused her to be blind and deaf for the rest of her life.
I got the roles reversed there. I said she wasn't deaf. She wasn't born deaf.
She wasn't either.
She was born deaf, but she wasn't born blind. Is that what that just said?
I think it said she developed both of them.
Both of
from
them?
Scarlet fever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Shout out Helen Keller. Remember when I made all those jokes back
There's
in
some
the day?
great jokes. Some great Helen Keller jokes. I don't know. It's more of an in the moment type of thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't pass anymore. Actually,
I'm sure it would be fine.
I think the culture is like getting less PC now. People could take a Helen Keller joke. On that note, what are you trying? Were you brewing up right now, dude?
I was gonna have some type of input on some PC stuff, but I really don't.
Yeah,
care.
don't do
I
that.
don't care.
Yeah, I don't either. I was just
Trying to figure out the lane that I care, but I don't think I care.
Yeah, don't lay down the pipe.
Cool.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about the Drake stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm kind of like checked out from it all.
I think. Yeah.
I didn't even hear 50 push-ups until I heard it in your car just now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But that AI, Tupac and Snoop Dogg that Drake posted was
Spectacular.
some good pressure. Kendrick, we need you. Call him a bitch for me. Well, dude, I'm gonna be sad that you're moving. I hope it all goes well. I hope you find success, and I hope you find that house that you're looking for. And I hope you get everything that you're hoping for out there. I miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. Okay, I'm gonna miss you too, man. That was very loud in my headphones. I mean, I'll be back out here. You know, you'll probably not be staying here. Probably, actually, you will.
I
But
probably will be staying here. I just bought a house. Waiting to get an application approved on, but yeah.
well, yeah. I'll be back. My soul lives on. Stuck here in this state.
I gotta figure out what this show's gonna be like without you.
Well, you know what? This is only a third fucking episode. That first one I was doing this.
In the second one, you were involved, but
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Now we're here, and now we're gonna be not here.
Shout out to Not Here.
It's been real.
It's been real, brother.
It's been very real. You've moved away before, and you've come back.
Yeah, we'll see
And,
how this lays out. You know,
We'll play some Rocket League.
you're gonna carry me in Rocket League.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
fuck yeah, brother.
Cool. Woogity, 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 woogity. I got it right last time, but not this time.
Good job. Bye, everyone.
Bye.